everyone, it's Bono here from K9 Neuropark and Speaking Dog. I wanted to do a real YouTube live today, but I had to verify my account first, and that takes 24 hours. So, the usual semi-live it is. I'm going to put my glasses on because it's very bright today. So, yet again, this is a Hounds and Chatter podcast about Neuropark. And the reason I wanted to do that today is because I had a lovely member who gave me some insights about her dog and her friend's dog, and it kind of like came up, and she didn't mean it in no way in a negative sense, but it just came up that she wanted to make the point that her friend shouldn't use Neuropark kind of as a band-aid with her dog. And as I said, she didn't mean it in any negative way, but it kind of like gave her a starting point to kind of like think about to stop this kind of like narrative that some members use, if not all members use. Neuropark is not a dog park, it's not a band-aid. If you understand what you're meant to do here, which is not rocket science, because I put videos on Facebook, we have videos on our webpage, I write extensively in, or we have written extensively in the Posette. It's all freely available. That doesn't cost you anything. It's freely available to even non-members. So people should understand what they're doing here. They should understand that they come here with the dogs and they do observational work. Observational work gives you an insight of how dogs move in a safe environment where they have to behave as they were naturally prepared to do so. By using these movements, and they're called prepared behaviors, they're in the bracket of exploratory movements that you have to go through, move the senses, anticipate movement, etc., that you have interaction with, and then switching to the consummatory behavior, which ends that cycle of exploration to start a new cycle of exploration. That's when new experiences are created. That is not in your power. It's not in anybody's power, but in the interaction with the animal, with its immediate environment. And that immediate environment includes you. So if you just go to Neuropark, and just like in a dog park, you walk around in a circle, you don't give a toss what your dogs are doing because they're just doing their thing, they're just sniffing around, and you're using it with enrichment, you miss out on the most important little details that you could learn from your dog. Then it makes new experiences. And those new experiences are important because they rebuild memory, because memory is not stored like a file. So when you have a traumatic event, you cannot change the traumatic event from the past. The way things are changed is through new experiences that are similar to these, what people call traumatic experiences. And therefore, there is changes. Whether the change is in positive values or in negative values, that depends on the interactions that animal has with its environment, right? And not you, but indirectly you by the way you behaving and moving around where the animal is moving. That sounds really difficult, but it's not. It's literally just an interaction, right? And by not observing, but just thinking that you kind of like just need to give them exercise and stuff like that, that you will know more about the dog, it's just incorrect. It's just incorrect, right? And it doesn't make your training sessions that you do with your dog any easier, because a training session is all just about an interaction between you and the dog, creating new experiences between both of you. It's an exploratory event, right? And even those ones need break to actually be successful. If you only do training and you don't give your dog a break in between, so you breaks can happen with reinforcements. They can happen because the dog suddenly starts scratching or use behaviors we call as cut-in signals, etc. Okay, if you don't leave these breaks, your dog is not learning. That's why you have to redo everything 10 steps at a time, right? And that's exactly what we don't need to do. We don't need to go that far. Okay? If you actually understand the cycles of preparatory consumer behavior, all of it, using Neuropark and doing training with your dog will actually become easier and easily understandable to you. So that's my huff and puff for today. I'll see you next time. Maybe from a different country with a different, hopefully, a different subject for a change, instead of constantly going on about what Neuropark is about. If you remember, you should know what Neuropark is about simply just by reading our websites, right? It is based on an evidence-based, so scientific foundation. It's not lulu-ah-ha-ha. It's actually based on real science, what we do here. It's not a band-aid, and it shouldn't be thought about it like that. So, go get reading, spend a little bit of your metabolic energy as an investment for the future to make it easier for you and your dog. I'll see you next time. Ciao!